Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is using only the Juvia's Place Masquerade Palette, and it's a more colorful, very summerish look. I hope you enjoy. Because the Masquerade Palette doesn't have a light enough color for me to use to set my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use this clean matte by CoverGirl in the shade Soft Honey to set my eyeshadow primer. I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush and just put that all over my eyelid. Because there's no shade light enough to be a transition color for this eye look, I'm going to use my NYX Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Deep Tan as my transition shade color. For my crease, I'm going in with the shade Makeda, and I'm going to use that on a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to place that all over my crease. This Morphe M433 brush is really good. It has a perfect shape to fit right into your crease and deposit the right amount of color into the crease, and it does not create a mess when trying to use darker colors or bolder colors. With this same shade and brush, I'm going to try to triangle in the outer corner to create shape to my eye. For the lid, I'm going to go into the shade Molly, and I'm going to apply that all over using my finger. I personally think that by using my finger to apply these colors, I get less fallout and I get more pigment payoff. With a brush, the colors tend to dust everywhere and I get fallout. And because they are very bold and pigmented colors, that can sometimes ruin my face makeup. Like in this case, I already did my face makeup first. So if I were using this with a brush, I would have ruined my face makeup, especially under my eye. To blend that green color, I'm going back into Makeda and my Morphe M433, and I'm going to blend it out. I want to get rid of all the harsh edges created by the green color, and I want to make both of those two colors blend very well. Because this eye looks darker than this eye, I'm going to go ahead and apply just a little bit of that shade Makeda into the crease. I'm going to stop there because we all know what happens when we try to fix something. I'm going to go back into the brush that I used for my transition shade. I am not going to add any more colors to it. I'm just going to use it to blend out the shade Makeda and make it smoother on the transition area. And I'm going to go do that for both sides. And now for eyeliner, I know this tool is apparently some type of crime in the beauty community, but I'm going to grab a sponge tip applicator, and with the edge, I'm going into the shade Dahlia, and I'm going to use that as my liner. I'm going to pick it up just using the edge of the sponge tip applicator so it's easier and more clean when it goes on as liner. And I am going to try to apply that as close to the lash line as possible. And now to create a little wing, I'm going to use the tip of the applicator and just dab it into the color. I cleaned off my sponge tip applicator on a towel because I'm going to go into the shade Molly, and I am going to, with the sponge applicator, again pick it up with the edge and apply it to the first half of my lower lash line and apply that color there. Then for the second half, or the outer half of my lower lash line, I'm going to go into the shade Dahlia to create this type of thing going on right here. And now with the clean side, I'm going into the shade Dahlia, and I'm applying that to the outer corner or outer half of my lower lash line. And now with the side that has the shade Molly on it, I'm going to combine the two colors and I'm going to blend them together. Try not to poke your eye. And like I said, these shadows have fallout, so I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush and sweep off all of the fallout that's under my eye. And I'm going to try to do it carefully so I don't smear any color and ruin my foundation. In order to smooth out these two colors from my lower lash line, I'm going to go into my Clean Matte by CoverGirl, and I'm going to use it to soften off the edges. And because this color Soft Honey is basically my skin tone, you won't be able to see the color under my eyes. It'll just help smooth off any harshness created by these two blue and green colors. And for mascara today, I'm going to combine Lights Camera Lashes and Man Eater by Tarte Cosmetics. This combination of mascara will help separate my lashes while creating a good amount of volume. For lips, I'm going to use this lip liner by Palladio in the shade Spice and the Alter Ego lip gloss by Lorac in the shade Goddess. And this time I'm only going to outline my lips. I am not going to fill them in. And because this is more of a summertime look and it's supposed to be more fun, I am going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. And I'm going to reapply that just to make my skin a little more glowy. To highlight my inner corner and my brow bone, I'm going to go into the shade Giza. And I'm going to use a Morphe M213 to do that. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you like the tutorials where I only use one eyeshadow palette. Hopefully that'll make it easier when creating looks or thinking about creating some looks. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. And the shade Spot.